I noticed that when the RSI indicator crosses under the 50 line, the price tends to go further down. So let's try shorting Bitcoin like this and see how it goes. Today's strategy tries to make money when Bitcoin is losing value, and it's pretty successful at it. I began with the most straightforward approach. I wrote a script that goes short every time the RSI drops below 50. I didn't find much success with that. Soon it was clear that I needed to add some additional ingredients to the formula. And here's what I came up with. I'm on a 1-hour Bitcoin chart, and here's an example trade. In this case, the price has reached the take profit level. This yellow area is the profit zone, and the gray area is where the price goes against our favor. So let's talk about how and why I decided to take this trade. I have 3 indicators on my chart. These green and red lines around the price action are the super trend indicator. The second indicator is this blue line. That's a 50-period exponential moving average. And at the bottom, there's the RSI indicator with an orange simple moving average applied to it. These are all standard indicators available on the TradingView platform. I removed the oversold and overbought areas from the RSI. I only left this dashed line at 50. As I said before, we are looking for cases where the RSI crosses down the 50 line, like here. Here at the trigger bar, the RSI is below 50. And at the previous bar, it was above 50. That's what we are looking for. When this happens, there are 3 additional conditions that must be met in order to take a short trade. 1. When RSI is below 50, it must also be below the orange moving average. 2. The super trend indicator must be red. 3. The price must close below the blue 50 EMA. Only if these 3 conditions are met am I allowed to take a short trade. Now that I'm sure my trigger is valid, it's time to set up my trade. First, I place my stop loss where the super trend is. Next, I set my take profit level using a 1 to 1.5 risk-reward ratio. And that's it. It's all pretty simple. Let's take a look at another example to make everything clear. Here, the RSI crosses down the 50 line. This is our trigger. The RSI is below 50 and below the moving average at the same time. That's great. Now, let's take a look at the 50 EMA. The price has clearly closed below it, and the super trend is also red. That means all the conditions are satisfied, so let's take another short trade here. I set my stop loss at the super trend, and I target 1.5 times the risk for the profit target. Now we know how to take the trades, so let's see if we can make some money with it. Let's have a look at the results. This strategy works great on the data from January 2021 to May 2022. In this period, Bitcoin was caught in this enormous range, making it possible to profit by shorting. If we tried this strategy in a strong bull run, I'm sure we wouldn't achieve such great results. So in my backtesting session, this strategy made 69 trades, and it also made quite some profit. I was using a 5% risk with each trade, so if my stop loss gets hit, I lose 5% of my entire account. And if the price reaches the take profit level, my account goes up by 7.5%. Trading like this, my initial $1,000 account would grow to $3,183. Win rate is at 55%, which is okay, but I wish it was a bit higher. That's why I spent additional 2 hours trying to improve the win rate. In the end, I came up with an extra filter. I added one more rule to the strategy. Now we need to switch to the daily time frame and check the 2-period RSI indicator. According to the new rule, we are only allowed to take a trade when the RSI on the daily chart is below 50. And please note that I set the period of that daily RSI to just 2. This way, the indicator is very responsive and it gives us an additional clue as to whether we are in an uptrend or a downtrend. So again, we only trade on days when the 2-period RSI on the daily chart closed below 50. Let's get back to the results. Now the strategy makes a lot fewer trades. As you can see here, it only made 41 trades, but the final result didn't change much. This is great because fewer trades also mean lesser trading fees. And of course, there's also more room for using other strategies when the strategy is asleep. So this is my final result, and now the win rate is 63%, which is excellent! While I'm showing you all the trades that the strategy executed, I want you to know that if you would like to have alerts for this strategy, you can find a helpful link in the description of this video. I made an indicator for TradingView that will let you know every time this strategy goes short. You'll be able to set up an alert on the screen via webhook or email and so on. Warning! It's impossible to predict how this strategy will perform in the future. Please, you are using it at your own risk. I must also mention the trading commission. There is no trading without the fees. Because I was using leverage, the fees are going to be high, but not too high since the maximum used leverage was 7x in the worst case. My calculations say that on Binance, the trading commission would amount to around 10%. So yes, if I was trading this on Binance using just market orders, I would need to reduce my final result by roughly 10%. See the table at the end for exact numbers. That's all for today. I hope you find some value in this video. Give it a like to say thanks, or maybe even subscribe, and make sure you also check out my other videos where I backtest strategies for going long. See you in the next one.